Okay, let's look at another syllogism with a Venn diagram. This one is all elves are friendly. That's our first premise. Some ghosts are not friendly. That's our second premise. And our conclusion is some ghosts are not elves. So let's see what this looks like. So the first premise, all elves are friendly. We're going to eliminate everything in the elf circle that does not intersect with the friendly circle. So my E circle represents elves. My F circle represents friendly, and my G circle represents ghosts. So I've eliminated everything in the E circle that does not intersect with the F circle. All elves are friendly. Next, some ghosts are not friendly. I'm going to put an X in the G circle somewhere where it does not intersect with the F circle. And notice that it does not intersect with the E circle because everything in the E circle that intersects with the G circle has been eliminated except for that little area in the middle where they all intersect. But where they all intersect, I don't want to put the X there because this premise is some G are not F. So I want somewhere in the G that does not intersect with F. And the conclusion, some ghosts are not elves. I want to look at the Venn diagram. I'm not going to add anything, and I just want to see, is this evident? Is there some X in the G circle that is outside of the E circle? Some ghosts are not elves, and yes, I can see that. There's an X in the G circle that does not intersect with the E circle. Okay, now if I reorder the premises and move the second premise to the first premise, this shows where some of the confusion with these sorts of statements can be. If we started out with this premise, some ghosts are not friendly, then I would need to put the X somewhere. I know it doesn't intersect with the F circle. It needs to be in the G circle, and it may be only in the G circle, or it may intersect with the G and the E circle. So I'm going to put it here, knowing that I'm not sure where it is. And this is one of the reasons why conventionally you start with the universal statements. The universal statements are statements like all elves are friendly, or all ghosts are friendly, or no ghosts are friendly, or no elves are friendly, or no elves are ghosts, or no ghosts are elves. Okay, so if I start out with this statement, I'm not sure where to put the X. But then the next premise, all elves are friendly, now I know where to put the X. Now I know the X is going to be only in the G circle because I've eliminated everything in the elf circle that doesn't intersect with the friendly circle. And that meant the X that I had there had to be moved. The X that was possibly at the intersection of ghosts and elves had to be moved to be just in the ghost circle. And now I look at it, and let's see if I can arrive at the conclusion. Some ghosts are not elves. Yes, there is an X in the ghost circle that does not intersect with the elf circle. Okay, let's look at another example. Some mammals are not carnivores. So here I've got the X in the M circle, and I'm not sure if it's only in the M circle or if it also intersects with or if it's at the intersection of M and A. So I'm going to put it on the border there. And now the next premise, some carnivores are animals. Now I'm going to put it in the C circle at somewhere at the intersection of C and A, but I also don't know if it should intersect with C, M, and A. So I'm going to put it somewhere at the intersection of C and A, but it could be only C and A, or it could be C, M, and A. So I put it there. And then for the conclusion, all carnivores are mammals. If I look at this, it's not intuitive that that conclusion is that I can arrive at that conclusion. So it's not valid. I don't see that all carnivores are mammals. And I know to get to this conclusion, I know that the Venn diagram should look like this. It should look like everything in the C circle has been eliminated except for where the C intersects with the M. That's what it would look like to get that conclusion. All carnivores are mammals, and that is not what it looks like. Remember, it looks like this. So I know it can sometimes be confusing where to put the X. When we have a statement like this, some animals are not carnivores. So we know that this is, we're looking at the M circle, and we just want to make sure that the X is not at the intersection of M or C. It could be at the intersection of M and A. We're not sure. That's why we put it at the border there.